Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we read diving into a classic story that's as relevant now as it was thousands of years ago. It's a tale about money, reputation, and the danger of jumping to conclusions. Let's talk about the Spendthrift and the Swallow. Imagine a young guy, the life of the party. Everyone knew him as the big spender, the one who always picked up the tab. He loved that reputation, and he spent a fortune trying to keep it alive. Dinners, parties, lavish gifts, you name it, he paid for it. But as you can probably guess, living like that isn't sustainable. His vast fortune dwindled faster than an ice cream cone on a hot day. One morning, in what felt like the first beautiful day of spring, he woke up to a harsh reality. He was completely broke. All the money, all the property gone. The only thing he had left were the clothes on his back. This was a disaster because he was supposed to meet his friends, those same jolly companions, later that day. How could he show up with empty pockets? The pressure to maintain his image was immense. He was pacing back and forth, completely stumped, his mind racing to find a solution. He couldn't bear the thought of them seeing him as anything less than the wealthy, generous friend they'd always known. Just as his anxiety was peaking, a swallow flew past his window, chirping and twittering a cheerful song. For him, this was it, the sign he was waiting for. The swallow is here, he thought. That means summer has arrived for good. I won't need these heavy winter clothes anymore. A light bulb went off in his head, but it was a dangerously dim one. He saw a quick fix to his money problem. Without a second thought, he rushed off to the nearest second-hand clothes dealer. He sold everything he was wearing, his warm cloak, his sturdy boots, all of it, right down to his basic tunic. He walked away with a handful of cash, feeling clever and relieved. He could finally go meet his friends and put on the same old show, at least for one more day. He probably had a great time that day, laughing and spending the cash he'd just made. He felt like he had outsmarted his situation. But the weather, as it often does in early spring, is fickle. A few days later, a brutal change swept in. A severe, biting frost descended, covering everything in a layer of ice. The temperature plummeted, and the world that had seemed so warm and promising was now harsh and unforgiving. Our foolish young man was caught completely unprepared. Dressed only in his thin tunic with his arms and knees exposed to the freezing air, he shivered uncontrollably. The money was gone, and now so was his warmth and protection. And what about the swallow, the little bird that he saw as a sign of summer? It was in the same boat. The poor bird, caught by the surprise frost, huddled and shivered, struggling to survive. The young man and the swallow were both victims of the same mistake. They had mistaken a single, hopeful sign for a permanent change. The story ends with both of them, the man and the bird, barely clinging to life in the freezing cold. It's a harsh image, but it drives home a powerful point. The moral of this fable is one we've all heard. One swallow does not make a summer. What does this really mean for us today? It's a warning against making hasty decisions based on incomplete information. That young man saw one sign of good weather and bet his entire well-being on it. In our lives, this could be seeing one good day on the stock market and investing all our savings. It could be having one successful project and immediately quitting our stable job to start a business. It's about recognizing that a single piece of good news, a single positive indicator, isn't proof of a lasting trend. The story also speaks volumes about appearances and peer pressure. The spendthrift wasn't just trying to survive. He was trying to maintain a lifestyle and a reputation he couldn't afford. He valued what his friends thought of him more than his own long-term security. He sold his essential protection, his clothes, for a fleeting moment of social acceptance. It's a reminder to build our lives on a solid foundation, not on the fragile opinions of others. True friends wouldn't want you to ruin yourself just to impress them. So the next time you see a promising sign, whether it's in your finances, your career, or your relationships, take a moment to pause. Enjoy the positive sign, but don't bet the farm on it. Look for more evidence. Be patient. Build your decisions on a pattern of success, not a single isolated event. Remember the spendthrift and his swallow. Don't let one good day trick you into thinking the winter is over. Thanks so much for watching. What did you take away from this story? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.